Wow.
You know, the sculpture is inside the block of stone, so we just have to find it, take it, bring it back, and bring it up.
I love that.
Yeah, but it's true.
You know, I read...
And it's been there for like millions of years, because this stone is very old.
It's, yeah, millions of years old. And the sculpture's waiting inside to be discovered by you. But I read, when I was doing my research, I read that, tell me if this is true, so you can tell the type of stone by the smell?
Yeah, that's true, because that's also true because some stones has a very different smell than other stones. This stone is very hard stone. It's from Larvik. It's a Norwegian stone. It's very good to mold, to do the shape for the sculpture.
Right.
This stone is a different stone. It's called the abas. It's very compact and very heavy, and it's much harder to work on. But at the same time, it's good when they're cutting with the cutting machine. It's fine. So they have different qualities in a way.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me about the new work. Can you try and describe what you want people to respond to your work? What you think they might feel?
I'm not thinking of how I want them to respond, but I want them to feel something. And I managed to put something into the shape. I use the body like a canvas, like a painter has a canvas that he paints on. I use the material, the stone, and build up these shapes that has my touch. You know.
Absolutely. I mean, it really is gorgeous.
Yeah. And some are quite rough in structure, some
yeah, I love the different textures they have. It's just fantastic.
What I had to do is to make some drawings on the stone, because I like to work with the stone when it's lying down, because it's quite heavy to stand working on it.
Yeah.
And then I have to have some lines to work after.
Yeah.
But it's when I go into the stone, I start to find a figure. I find it, and I know where I am in the right place.
So this is going to be another torso. These are the breasts. Here's the waist and the buttocks. Yeah. Okay. Do you ever do male torsos?
Actually, this is a male and this is a woman. I normally make.
Are they a
I
couple?
like to make both. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. Maybe. This is a great space.
I've been there for like 30 years.
30 years. Yeah.
92. Yeah.
Yeah.
More than.
Do you come here every day?
Yeah.
You work every day?
Yeah.
Are you a workaholic, Nika?
No, it's not like that. But you see, if you have it inside you, what shall I do then? Look at TV. I hate that.
Yeah.
I could maybe do some. But no,
Cooking.
of course, I try to have some breaks, and I go to my cottage as Hvaler, stay in a weekend. Then I have to cut the grass and these things. But I like to do things. Mm-hmm. I am a little bit energetic person. I can't. I'm not so good in sitting in a sofa.
No, I don't imagine you sitting in the sofa at all. Well, let me ask you though, when one of these, I mean, I imagine these will be sold. Is it hard to say goodbye?
No, but that I learned quite early, because I was, like I told you earlier, but I want to work with music. I love that. But you know, when I started to make sculpture, I wanted to trying to communicate through the sculpture, like a musician have concert, lots of people, and you talk to people. Mm-hmm. And I want also my art to do that, and that people want to have it in their home or in the office, so it's a part of life in a way. So I learned, and I managed to have exhibitions quite early and to sell things, and so I got used to it. Of course, it's something I should have not sold or so, but you can't think. You have to, like Monica says, my assistant, Nico, you can just make a new one. It's not. You never make the same. It's something else then. But
exactly.
Of course,
everyone is different. No.
But you have to, and also because I've worked with this sculpture, that is quite expensive to make, also for me. And also to have store them, it takes space. Painting you can have in a line in a way, yeah. But sculpture has to stand, need room. So it's also the way of getting things away, so we can create new things.
How do you feel about having your work on ships traveling around the world?
Yeah, that is beautiful in a way. That is traveling around the world. I'm not so good in traveling. I like to be here and work and live my life in Norway. But that my sculpture is traveling for me. That's very good. They are traveling, and I'm here.
And travel they do. Widerberg's exquisite translucent glass figures can be found quietly presiding over the winter garden on all of Viking's ocean ships.
Can we talk about the one, because this is very similar to the ones on the ship?
So this is the blue man in blue glass.
Yeah.
You know, they also a little bit different color of the glass because they put the pigment into the glass to make it blue or to keep it white or green.
Okay, they are particularly beautiful when the light comes, the daylight comes through, because they are translucent, aren't they?
It's very, of course the light will, especially when you put it in front of a window or something, the light will fill the sculpture when the sun is passing, and so it's a bit alive in a way.
I think these are some of my favorite pieces of yours, and I love the purity of this one. The white is just beautiful, really beautiful. Sometimes with the head, sometimes without.
Yeah.
Any reason for that?
You know, when I had to want to make a new thing, so I think of have an idea, I thought, and then I have this plan. Then I'm sorry, that's a bit.
No, I think it's the same with not just sculpture, with painting, with everything. It's when to stop. When you say, "Oh, okay, it's enough. Now it's finished." That's
you have to understand it. I don't know exactly,
you go too far,
I feel it. You have to believe in the feeling. The same with the storm. You have to believe in the feeling. I think it's there. Instead of, it's not like anyway, you understand. Maybe you do. I think I
do.
So then I make this in clay, and then I make molds around the clay, and take the molds off, and then I make maybe cast it into plaster, like an original sculpture in plaster, and then I deliver it to the bronze foundry that can make it in wax and make it in bronze. This is the same figure in glass and bronze.
I love the bronze. Bronze is one of my favorite materials because it changes color.
Yeah,
with time,
especially outside. Then I go to the bronze foundry and I make this mold for glass, and then I bring it to this very old glass fabric outside Oslo, and then they fill the glass into the mold and then put it into an oven where it stays for about 2.5 months. Slowly cools down.
This is one of your most well-known pieces, Nico.
This is a ski jumper that I made for Frognerseteren, this restaurant up in the mountain.
At the ski jump. Yeah, I just love it. You really feel the fly.
Yeah.
But you were telling me this is the old way.
It's the old way of
because now we do the skis in the V shape. Yeah.
This is a classic style from the 60s, I think.
But the one that's in situ is much bigger than this, isn't it? It's huge.
This is a model, so the ski on the real one is like more than 3 meters long. So, and it's standing on one bolt. That was my vision, because how can you get it flying? It's 2 bolts, and then it's like a construction.
Yeah.
So and that works in a way. And it was a bit
complicated.
And to connect this stainless steel, because this bolt in the big one is more like 10 centimeter. And that was on this nice bronze foundry in Norway.
I just love it. I love it. It's fantastic.
Making sculpture can be a dirty business, and as I witnessed, there's a lot of heat, dust and noise involved in Nicolaus Widerberg's work, and after a day with him in his studio, I left reflecting on how much that contrasts with the quiet and poetic figures that finally emerge from blocks of stone and glass, marble and granite.